Oh, darling, what are you doing here at this hour?
Well, I wanted to say something to Dee. Seemed to me she was pretty upset last night.
Oh, Dee will manage. Never fear. You better get going to the hospital. You're going to be late.
Yeah, I know.
Are you upset about something?
Well, I don't think Frank was exactly fair to Dee.
Oh, you mean with all those questions last night, huh?
It was like he was a detective again, and he had some suspect down at the station house.
Well, darling, he's worried. He thought that Dealey was in some sort of trouble. He still thinks so.
I sure didn't realize things were that bad between them. Mom, he hasn't been paying any attention to her at all for months, not even when they were alone.
I know, I know.
But I mean, it was no wonder she had to go wandering around trying to get somebody to talk to.
Well, I just wish she'd stopped with Father McShane, not gone on to confide in Roger Coleridge.
Yeah. Well, if we'd been paying more attention, she wouldn't have needed to.
Oh, Pat, don't put yourself in blame. Whatever is wrong between Frank and Dee, the fault is to be found in themselves.
Frank!
Hi.
Oh, Frank, I thought you'd gone. I mean, wanted Data oversleep, really. Have you heard Little John this morning?
About half an hour ago, Mom went in to see him.
Good. Honey, could you wait until I get dressed? I want to go campaigning with you.
I guess so, if you hurry.
Don't you want me to come?
Yeah, sure, it'd be a big help.
Hey, you really mean that? Frank? Are we okay this morning?
Yeah, we're okay this morning. Hurry up, huh?
We asked Bradford Anderson to name all the Spinelli nicknames he could remember. Go.
Stone Cold Mr. Serpacino-esque one, Maximista, Blonde one, Original Blonde one, Prince Pectoral, Big Daddy Stone Cold, the Goddess, the Divine one, Bad Blonde one, the Demented one, the Valkyrie, the Brusque Lady of Justice. I could be here for literally 3 days, probably.
See who Spinelli will nickname next on General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
When is it okay to lose the cover-up? When you can. Take the Special K Challenge and lose an inch from your waist in 2 weeks. So lose your cover-up and show off your confidence. Design your plan at specialk.com.
Still sorting your laundry into multiple loads? With Shout Color Catcher, now you don't have to. Now I can wash my husband's work shirt, my red dress, and my daughter's favorite tea, all in one load. Shout Color Catcher absorbs the colors that run. The proof is on the sheet. Shout Color Catcher. Fewer washes, fewer worries. Go to shoutoffers.com for a free sample.
SC Johnson, a family company.
Introducing Purina One Beyond, a new food for your cat or dog.
Paxil, Zoloft, and Depakote, if taken during pregnancy, may cause birth defects. If you or a loved one took Paxil, Zoloft, or Depakote during pregnancy and your child was born with a serious birth defect, you may be entitled to a cash award and medical expenses. If your child suffered a serious birth defect and you took Paxil, Zoloft, or Depakote during pregnancy, Call 1-877-399-5799 now.
Hi.
Faith, how's my kid sister? Oh, how do you feel on your first day back at work?
Scared. I just hope I haven't forgotten everything.
Hey, you haven't forgotten anything. It's all right up there.
Well, I certainly hope so. There are going to be some very surprised patients on that 6th floor. Do you have time for coffee?
Oh, I wish I did.
Well, I just thought we'd celebrate my return to work.
How about later? I have a split of champagne in my refrigerator at home.
Oh, you have you?
Well, I bought it for a victory drink with Seneca in case we won the case.
Oh, Jill. You should have won.
Well, should have doesn't count. Anyway, what about sharing it with me later, after work?
Oh, thank you. We will toast my getting back to work, and you're helping me get right there.
Good.
Never could have made it without your support.
Faith, you did it. Nobody did it for you.
I know, that's what I keep trying to tell myself. Those psychiatrists are teaching me to have a little faith in everything I do that's good for myself.
At long last.
Yeah. But I couldn't have made it without you. I know Daddy's death hit you very hard. And yet, not only didn't you crumble, but you were right there to pick me and prop me up.
Dave, listen to me. I wasn't being stalked and held prisoner by Kenneth.
Well, I'm just not paying any attention to that anymore. Good for you. And where are you off to so early?
County Medical Society hearing. This is the day they consider Seneca's case and whether or not to take action against him.
This morning?
Yep. Wish me good luck.
I do. I do. Hey, Jill. Oh, everything's just gonna be fine.
Oh, Faith, I don't know about that. Our dear brother Roger's done a real job on Seneca. I just have this awful feeling I'm gonna lose this case twice. Once in court and once today.
Jill, is, Seneca anything more than just a client?
What do you mean?
Well, you did catch the bouquet at Mary's wedding.
I wonder how Jack and Mary are doing drifting down the Mississippi on their riverboat.
Don't change the subject.
Well, he's nice. And I spent a lot of time with him, talking about a lot of things. We're friends,
But?
Well, when I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, with an ache in the pit of my stomach, and a face in front of my eyes, it's not his.
Frank.
Yep. I'm just hoping it's a matter of time.
Of course it is.
I'll tell you one good thing about Seneca. He makes me forget once in a while.
Well, I am certainly glad somebody does.
I think we have this kind of understanding, although we never discuss it. But we both know that we are keeping each other occupied. Him from brooding over Nell, and me from getting depressed over Frank. Hey, Pat.
Hey. Faith, you're back in your whites.
First day.
Good to have you back. Jill.
Yeah.
This just may be of use to you at the hearing today. It's a statement of support for Seneca, signed by every member of the neurology staff.
Oh.
Except one.
Roger.
Who else? Well, I don't know that this will help Seneca's case, but it'll certainly make him feel better. Thanks, Pat. Whose idea was it?
Mine.
Well, I should have known that. Well, anyway, I've got to run. I'll see you two later. And, pray.
Yeah, good luck.
Bye-bye, Jill. Bye-bye.
Well, come on, doctor. Time to heal the sick.
Pat, could I talk to you for just a moment?
Sure. Well, what about?
Frank, that really wasn't much of an answer. Tell me something, are we okay?
Look, Steve, we really can't go into the whole thing right now, huh? I'm in a hurry.
All right, Frank, this is very important
Honey,
to
it's
me.
rush hour, and I have to get to the station. Do some handshaking.
Okay.
It's really going well, too. Campaign, that is.
Yeah, sure. You know, I bet you're gonna get thousands of signatures over, and you're gonna get elected to the primary, and you're gonna win the election.
Yeah, if I don't mess up these last few weeks, you just can't let up. You got to get out there every single minute.
I wish I could have helped you more.
You were a lot of help when you got all those canvassers together.
No, I really wish I could have helped you more than that. See, Frank, I really want to be the perfect political wife to you.
Yeah, well, it's not an easy thing to be.
Yeah, but just watch me today. I'm going to be loyal, and I'm going to be friendly, and I'm going to be concerned.
Faithful and true, huh? Real little scout.
Yeah, you got it. What should I wear?
The green thing ought to bring me luck.
Terrific. I think May just ironed it.
Holy mackerel, is that the right time? I
Yeah,
gotta get
I
out
think
there.
so.
Look, you don't have to rush. Why don't you meet me in about an hour at campaign headquarters, and I can take care of the subway stop alone, huh?
Okay, well, I'll talk to Maeve about staying with little John, but if Maeve can't do it, then I'll talk to
Yeah,
Mrs.
that's
Shaw.
fine, yeah.
Councilman.
What are you up to?
Oh, I'm looking for a recipe for Michaelmas goose and potato stuffing.
Michaelmas is in September, isn't it?
Yes, I know. I want to give the recipe to Mary when she gets back.
Ma, Finelli's Italian. Italians don't eat Michaelmas goose with potato stuffing.
Well, she loves it, so he's going to have to learn to. Where's Dee?
She's in the bedroom dressing. Why?
I want to have a word with you.
Mom, I got to be at the subway stop in 12 minutes.
Yeah, you will be. Your father told me about that anonymous note you got.
Yeah?
Now, I hope you're not taking a thing like that seriously, Frank.
I don't know.
Oh, Frank, come on. Now, you know how many cranks there are walking around the streets of this city.
Yeah.
And you do have one or two political enemies that wouldn't be above doing such a thing.
Heaven knows that's true, but if it had just been the note, Mom, I wouldn't give it a second thought. But with all the other things thrown in, I just can't help wondering.
What other things? Specifically now.
All of it. Practically every single thing Dee said has a hole in it, and you know it. There wasn't really any reason to invent Sheila. Religious experience or no. All she'd been doing when she'd be going out was to go to church or to go to Father McShane or to go on explorations of the city by herself. There was no need to create a cover.
I know, but...
And that lie about where little John got burned by the coffee. If it had happened at a lunch counter, why didn't she just say so? Why did she have to say it happened at Sheila's? What was the point of that?
I know that Dee's answers are often vague and sometimes inconsistent. But for you and your father to put stock in a slanderous anonymous note, I mean, that's close to irresponsibility. The two of you should be ashamed of yourselves.
I know. And you're right. I'm really confused. On the one hand, there are all these inconsistencies. On the other hand, she's in there getting ready to campaign for me all day and telling me how sorry she is. She hasn't been more of a political wife to me. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Roger, why didn't you call me? Look, I want to warn you about something. Frank knows that there isn't any Sheila, and I'm in terrible trouble. Roger, answer me.
This life together. That was all a lie. I thought Liam was my son.
But someone was coming in between them.
She caused our breakup.
This week, Natalie finds out the truth.
Natalie didn't have another man's baby. Chad John.
Oh, my God.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC. And weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Just how irresistible is new Kellogg's Crunchy Nut? You won't want to wait till morning to eat it. Perfect blend of sweet and nutty in every irresistible bite. New Kellogg's Crunchy Nut. Go ahead. It's morning somewhere.
If you have trouble sleeping, the chances are you may have tried one of these sleep aids. They all contain diphenhydramine, a substance commonly found in cold medicine. As a medical doctor, I personally don't like to recommend any sleep aid to my patients that contains diphenhydramine. That's why these days I recommend Ultero. Ultero is a blend of 3 safe and effective ingredients: valerian, L-tryptophan, and melatonin. Ultero is like 3 sleeping pills in one. I believe Ultero is a wonderful, safe, and effective sleep aid.
Try Ultero in the original tablet or the all-new fast-acting liquid form.
Want more of your favorite soaps?
That's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
I just wanted to talk with you for a minute, that's all. About you and me. Mostly about me.
Ah, it sounds like a nice subject of conversation.
You know, it really is true. Everything I went through with Daddy and Kenneth really changed me a lot.
Yeah. I can tell.
And you just never know, do you? I mean, the last thing I would have expected was to come through all this feeling stronger. And Pat, that's exactly what has happened.
Well, it makes sense. You survived.
I didn't think I could. It certainly surprised me.
We knew.
Yeah, but I had to convince myself. Anyway, since this is the first new me's day back on the floor, I thought maybe I'd clear up a couple of things between us. Now, first of all, and I think you'll believe me, I am completely over you. Romantically, I mean.
I do believe you.
Wasn't real love anyway, Pat. It was neurotic dependence. I think I figured that since I didn't think Daddy loved me, I would just simply find someone who did, by force if necessary.
Well, you, didn't exactly order me to love you.
I came awfully close to it. Anyway, the point is that I understand now. I understand that Daddy really, really loved me a great deal. He just didn't know how to express it until that Kenneth business when he became so terribly worried about me. And I understand why you felt so claustrophobic. It wasn't that you didn't like me.
No, it certainly wasn't.
Pat, you don't have to convince me that you're my friend now. I believe it.
Well, it's about time.
And you don't have to be afraid that I'm going to revert to that old dependence on you. That won't happen. From now on, I lean on me. Okay?
That sounds very healthy. Not to mention friendly.
Oh, Pat.
I'm glad we talked.
So am I. Now.
Now what?
Now, I need your professional advice.
Certainly. Bell's palsy, mononeuritis, what?
Pediatrics.
Oh, now, I'm a little rusty on the subject of baby doctoring.
I was talking with Clem the other day, and he asked me something that really made me sit up and think. He asked me if I had ever considered any other branch of medicine.
And had you?
No. No, and that's really what surprised me so much. I mean, I just always assumed I'd be a neurologist. Daddy was, Roger was going to be. I just kind of followed them right into it.
Well, do you like it?
Oh, yes. Yes, I love it. But the point is, there might be something I would like to do better. Oh, Pat, I'm really, really trying to figure out what it is I want to do and not what it is everybody else expects of me. And, well, I just think that I might be a really good pediatrician.
Well, why not? You love kids.
You think it's a good idea?
I think you should follow your instincts.
Yeah. Only thing is, I'd really miss everyone in urology. You and Bucky and Claire.
Hey, you're not going to the South Seas for Pete's sake. You're going to another wing.
I guess I do get a little silly about it, don't I?
Dumb's the word I'd use.
Oh, boy, it's terrific to have a friend who tells you off like that.
You bet it is.
Well, maybe. Just maybe I'll do it.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet. Their love is a secret.
There's never going to be a right time to tell Nicole.
But when his wife finds out,
They're not shoving me out of my marriage. EJ's asking Nicole for a divorce.
leaving won't be easy.
You son of a bitch!
Watch Days of Our Lives weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet. What are you doing for Mother's Day?
I promised I'd spend the whole day with my mom.
How about hanging with your mom in Beverly Hills?
My mother loves company.
With 4 hours of 90210.
There's nothing I'd rather do.
The 90210 Mother's Day Marathon, Sunday from 8 to 12 on SoapNet.
Hi, I'm Dana Devon. I've been a reporter and broadcast journalist for more than 20 years. So when my producers asked me to do a story on a weight loss product called Sensa, I thought, this product sounds too good to be true. You may have read about Sensa in the New York Times and Time Magazine or seen it on Dateline NBC. Sensa's been getting lots of media attention because of a landmark 6-month clinical study in which 1,436 men and women lost an average of over 30 pounds. And here's the really amazing part. They did it without changing their eating habits or adding an exercise routine. Look at all the people who have lost weight with Sensa. Sensa worked for them, and it'll work for you too. In fact, we're so confident you'll lose weight with Sensa, we don't want you to pay for it unless you see the results you want. That's an offer you won't find anywhere else.
For your Sensa trial, call 1-800-467-4521 or visit us online at Sensa.com.
How many secrets?
You knew Madison was pregnant with my child for months.
How many lies?
Did you make a deal with Scott, yes or no?
Can one marriage survive?
Please tell me that we can get past this.
No, Brinley, we can't.
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
We had this life together. That was all a lie. I thought Liam was my son.
But someone was coming in between them.
She caused our breakup.
This week, Natalie finds out the truth.
Natalie didn't have another man's baby. Chad Johnson.
Oh my God.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet. A grieving father wants to move on.
Stay here with me.
Marry you.
But this week,
Aiden is really his son. Don't you think that Lucky deserves to know about this?
will his ex turn his life upside down? Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, Bruce Weitz is back as gangster Anthony Zaccara.
It's some turn of events.
On The Young and the Restless, Emily O'Brien is saying goodbye to Genoa City.
Another time?
Daytime favorite Tamara Braun is Taylor on Days of Our Lives.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
And on One Life to Live, Roger Howarth is back in Landview.
I have to be with my family.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Answer me. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Delia.
I thought maybe you hung up. Look, Roger, I got into a lot of trouble last night. And Frank knows Sheila doesn't exist. I had to tell him what happened. Why didn't you call?
Dee, honey, I'm sorry. But everything went wrong the minute after you hung up. Look, the hospital called me and said one of my patients just had a subarachnoid hemorrhage, and I had to get over there right away. Hon, I couldn't get to a phone before 11 o'clock, but I tried desperately. It was a matter of life or death, Dee.
Yeah, sure.
And how come you had to tell Frank about Sheila?
Well, I kept on saying that she'd be here any minute. And, you know, just like you said. And then I waited for you to phone. But you didn't, and then I started acting funny, and Frank started getting suspicious, and then he said, well, maybe we should go over to her apartment and try to get her, and I don't know, I guess I just was very frantic, so Frank started yelling all these questions at me about Sheila and the cooking lessons and everything like that. I just broke down. It was terrible.
You poor baby.
You know, Roger, I'm in a lot of trouble. I don't think he believes a word I'm telling him. I think he watches me every minute. I think everybody in this family does. And he asked me all these questions about what I've been doing all the time that I was at your place.
Well, what did you say?
Oh, I made up all this stuff about seeing Father McShane a lot and going to church and praying and taking all these long walks, all the stuff about God and everything.
Oh, Dee.
All right, it was a rotten story, but I couldn't think of anything else. All right, then he wanted to know, how come you knew Sheila? See, then I made up this whole other story about how you're the only other person who would understand except Father McShane.
So you've been confiding in me, is that right? All right, I've got it.
Okay, now, you're my close friend. And you covered for me because you didn't want to let me down.
Okay. Honey, if anyone asks me, that's exactly what I'll say.
See, the thing is, Roger, they really are watching me. So please, don't phone here. And don't send any presents at all. Really, don't do anything, please.
Of course not, Dee. Look, honey, we'll just have to wait until this whole thing blows over.
Promise?
Dee, I wouldn't do anything to hurt you.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't.
It really sounds like Frank put you through the 3rd degree.
Yeah, he did.
And you still think that he loves you? Delia, I'd never treat you that way.
I don't know. Maybe he did that because he does love me. I mean, maybe he wanted to know where I was because he cares.
Sweetheart, you're being so naive.
Well, I tell you something, Frank Ryan. You may not believe everything that Delia's telling you, but you better believe in your marriage, or you're going to have a very dangerous situation here and you may lose it. I mean, whatever the problem is, darling, you can solve it if you want to. Remember, she loves you.
I am not even sure about that.
Well, I am. Would you forget about that idiotic note? Darling, I hate to interfere, and I wouldn't do it. Except that I think it's important that you patch things up before it goes too far.
I understand what you do.
You're proud like your father. And it's just possible that you've been wronged. I don't know. But, darling, you're not altogether blameless in this whole affair. I mean, first there was Jill, and then there was months of neglect. And Delia, well, she's not the most secure person, and even the most secure woman would have a hard time relating to all of this.
Right. Delia is insecure.
She needs a lot of attention. We all know that.
Okay. What do I do?
Well, do you want this marriage? Do you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Well, then go in there and tell her so. I mean, it's going to be more important to you in the long run, Frank, than a few handshakes at a subway station.
Okay. I'll do it.
Don't do anything that'll get me into any more trouble. Don't even phone here. I don't care how important it is. Look, I'll phone you, okay, whenever it's safe.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.